Some new assets are available in Fort Myers to make sure you can get help this hurricane season and in other emergencies.
City of Cape Coral wants to make sure you're not impacted by future flooding this year. How the city wants to hear from you today ahead at 11.
Live, the news you count on. Gulf Coast News at 11 on NBC.
Well, right now you are taking a look at the Gulf Coast Live radar as rain is expected this afternoon, similar to what we had on Wednesday. Thanks for counting on Gulf Coast News at 11. I'm Alan Campbell.
I'm Joshua Cole, so let's get you right over to meteorologist Lauren Hope with us. Lauren, we need the rain still regardless. It would just need more of it, really.
Yeah, we're going to see more rounds of storms later on today, but I did get in our updated drought monitor. Unfortunately, no big improvements or changes, so still seeing most of the Gulf Coast under extreme drought, farther to the north under severe drought, and we are looking at some more rounds of scattered storms, mainly inland later on today. We need the rain, and fortunately some opportunities for most communities over the next couple of days, at least at times. Now, live radar mostly clear over land, but just off the coast of Collier County, I am tracking a few spotty showers tracking to the north at about 10 miles an hour, so eventually, if those hold, working toward the Lee County Islands, places like Sanibel and Captiva. These are being driven by the southeast wind, only at about 5 to 10 miles per hour right now. I am expecting a more pronounced onshore wind heading into the later afternoon. So over the next 2 hours, not going to see a whole lot of thunderstorm activity. Just a couple of those hit or miss sprinkles creeping up north. I'll show you what you can expect the rest of the day coming up in 15 minutes.
All right, sounds good, Lauren. Thank you. The Lee County Public Safety Center is now open for business. Lee County commissioners and several other staff held a ribbon cutting about an hour ago for the new expanded Lee County Emergency Operations Center. It's located on Ortiz Avenue, just north of Hanson Street in Fort Myers.
Yeah, Gulf Coast News, Mercedes Martinez is live for us at the expanded facility. Mercedes, what's available here and how will this help us in future storms?
Joshua and Alan, for the first time ever, every division of public safety will be under one roof here in Lee County to help better serve you for the next time a hurricane hits. Lee County leaders just held a ribbon-cutting ceremony for the expanded Public Safety Center. This two-story facility, a little more than 36,000 square feet, is the newest addition to Lee County's emergency hub. There is a spacious communication center able to seat 60 people with brand new desks, chairs, and monitors. This room upstairs will be home to 911 communications, dispatch, and traffic operations. The building features additional showers for personnel and lockers able to accommodate 150 plus people. There's also a training room for EMS downstairs that would turn into a sleeping room with cots in the event of a crisis. The existing building had some upgrades as well, including a mini market. This facility is built to withstand future storms and allow emergency personnel to perform.
This facility is one of those preparations. It's part of our preparedness and making sure that we're ready to respond, not just in this hurricane season that starts later this week, but also in the next 5, 10, 15, 20 years to come.
This facility has been in the works since before Hurricane Ian. The total cost of this project is $38.5 million. Live in Fort Myers, Mercedes Martinez, Gulf Coast News.
All right, sounds good, Mercedes. Thank you. Lee County residents are getting letters now from the county saying they want proof their homes were repaired after damages from recent hurricanes. Insurance experts say FEMA is putting pressure on the county to make sure homes are compliant with flood rules. They want forms showing proof of repairs and just how much it cost. If the repairs exceed 50% of the home's value, that could mean major expenses.
Then the homeowner is likely going to have to expend additional capital in order to bring the home into compliance for floodplain management. I would not be surprised if there's a fair number of people that just put their home up for sale and wash their hands of the whole entire situation.
Homeowners may need to elevate their home, install venting, and use flood-proof materials. Now, if you do get a letter from the county, the best advice is to call the number on the letter to talk to a representative.
Okay, so while we're talking about future storms, the City of Cape Coral wants to hear from you today, hoping to address future flood risks for the city. There's an open house happening this afternoon on the topic. Gulf Coast News' Kennedy Mason is in Cape Coral, looking to make sure your homes, roads, roads and neighborhoods are protected.
Several areas in Cape Coral, like this one, experience flooding during hurricanes and even afternoon storms. Today, Cape Coral wants to hear from you about flooding that you've experienced in and around your home. The city is looking at potential future flood risks. They are currently developing a flood vulnerability assessment, which looks at areas needing protection from future flooding.
There's a lot more areas than just this area. If you go, I'm sure the North Cape gets hit pretty bad too. I've talked to people up there. And so all the neighborhoods are different.
The city says the assessment plays a key role in the city's long-term planning, and it's required when applying for state grants. These grants will support future infrastructure improvements to protect homes, roadways, and neighborhoods from flooding. There's a survey on Cape Coral's website which asks questions like what types of flood you've experienced.
This intersection at Trafalgar and Chiquita, I'd like to see them fix the drains, because we talked about this in the past. Even on a regular day when it rains hard, that whole area will get flooded.
The city plans to incorporate this information into the assessment. You can share your experiences on flooding today from 3 to 4:30 at the council chambers. In Cape Coral, Kennedy Mason, Gulf Coast News.
Right here on Gulf Coast NBC. Tomorrow, we're working to help you plan, prepare, and protect your families and your homes this hurricane season. We have a 1-hour special with the vital information you need for hurricane season. Whether it's your first or 30th hurricane season, there's a lot you need to know to stay weather ready. That's tomorrow night right here on Gulf Coast NBC at 8 o'clock.
Well, today the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers is closing some spillway gates that could cause lower water levels near some boat locks. It's happening at the Julian Keene Jr. Lock in Moorhaven to help accommodate a study they're working on. There may be temporary low water levels in the reservoir in Henry County and decreased flows to the Franklin Lock in Lee County.
City of Fort Myers is hoping to be done with its list of action items by June 2032 after the Florida Department of Environmental Protection fined this city $85,000. The state of Florida says the city dumped wastewater into the Caloosahatchee over the years. FDEP also says there's other violations to our water quality standards and has chronically high levels of bacteria in our state waterways. Since then, the city says it spent millions of dollars on projects and will spend more to reduce discharge. However, says it's missing its original 2028 deadline.
So those nutrients are known to cause all kinds of environmental impacts. Raw sewage has an even worse problem, though, and that is we treat our sewage because if we don't, it spreads disease. The pathogens that are present in raw sewage can be real health effects, have really important negative consequences.
The state ordering the city to tackle the long list of fines here over the next several years, including upgrading equipment, reducing discharges, and starting new investigations. The city says they couldn't meet that 2028 deadline because of supply chain issues or recent hurricanes and our exploding population.
From your Cape Coral News team, over 300 new public parking spaces are opening later this year. 125 parking spaces are available at the Cove at 47th Parking Garage and are available this summer. Then this fall, 5 parking spaces are available along Vincennes Street. 36 parking spaces will be added to the street and 23 on Vincennes Boulevard. Another 125 will be added to the Bimini Square Parking Garage.
Happening today in Collier County, FSW hosting another open mic pitch practice event. That's for aspiring entrepreneurs, high school and college students, and community members all looking to pitch their business ideas. You'll also be able to network with others at the event. It's happening from 6 to 8 o'clock at FSW's Collier campus in Naples. They do ask you register for the events. More information's up on the Gulf Coast News app.
Some people are feeling the penny pinch. Others are turning it into a positive opportunity for them. We'll explain next.
Plus, controversy inside FGCU baseball after their recent ASUN tournament. We'll explain what's going on and what coaches are planning to fix it.
I'm tracking a cold front headed our way this week, and I'll show you how this will impact rain chances over the next week.